Yeah. Yeah. Stops. I mean, we're number one in the NBA in first shot defense, and we're forcing a lot of stops. But they had 13 offensive rebounds. In the third, there was an effort to hit bodies, and once we got the ball, we were able to get out, and that was a +5 quarter for us. But it was predicated on forcing the first miss, and then we had a lot of bodies on bodies so we can get the ball and take off, and then bookended the quarter with those shots. That ability to make shots in those 2-for-1 situations is huge for us. And then the other thing was our bench had 43 points, I think, off the bench tonight. Like that's huge for us. So we don't have to, bring the starters back, and we're able to finish. Not that we take the game lightly or anything like that, but if you're gonna be the kind of team that we want to be, you got to have all the pieces fit. And so I thought the defense in the third, then the bench coming in at the end of the third and being able to just hold on to the game until the end like that, that's a good night for us. The minutes didn't get too crazy. I probably played Mikal a little bit longer than I wanted to, but just needed one more starter out there to make sure we had some know-how out there and continuity with that group. Yeah.
McGee's impact.
Yeah, we had a really good talk this morning. We finished our coaches meeting, and guys started to trickle downstairs to come eat, and he and I just sat and talked for a little bit. I just talked to him about how he has changed our team. When teams try to switch on to him, it's really hard when you can throw the ball up to a guy who's like 7'15", that long, and his ability to finish. And so either we have the high-low pass and he's good and catch high, keep it high, or they react to that and then we kick it to the outside for a three. But then I thought there was a few pick and roll coverages tonight where his blitzes were, right up there with DA's against McCollum. And when we can put both of those guys in the same coverage, it really helps us. So he's certainly changed our team for the better, just because of his length, his physicality, his rim protection, and his finishing around the basket.
I was curious, there was a point where, guys are hitting shots, but then it's like, not going to keep knocking it down from three.
Yeah.
At that rate. But then I look at the final, you hit 18 threes.
Yeah, I think the ability to play in 0.5 and paint to great, that's who we are. I thought when the ball, as we say, let the offense breathe, when we let it breathe and we moved it around, it was a much more efficient game for us. But I thought, Cam, Book, even Mikal were playing in 0.5 a ton tonight, and they were finding guys. When it got bogged down, it was when we were allowing them to get to their shift defense, because they play pretty much the same defense as we do. So that was key for us to make that, one, have that many threes, but make them. But then the other side is the bigs who put pressure on the rim. If you don't have that kind of dynamic big that can put pressure on the rim, it's hard to draw help side on the backside. So a lot of things have to come together for that to happen.
And the one Booker doing what he does, just resting guys, knowing that you got to back to back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's key for us. Mikal played 36, but he's like 15 years old. So he's, he loves to play. He's got a high motor. But to keep, most of the guys in the 20s, especially Jay. Jay is a guy that, I piled his minutes up the past couple of years. And when we can, keep his minutes there, and especially when we have a back-to-back, it's huge. Again, that's why the bench was so big for us tonight. And not just the ability to score, but they did a decent job of getting enough stops down the stretch where I didn't have to call a timeout to get somebody else in the game. Like that stuff's really important.
Hey, Coach, I just wanted to ask you about Torrey. Obviously, he had a great shooting night, and it's been a little bit rougher for him with the three-point shot since he's come back. But what does it do for you guys when he's able to spread the floor like that?
We've just talked to him about mixing it up. Felt like there was about 4 or 5 games where he was settling, and that's a tough conversation to have because you don't want to have a guy thinking out there, but at the same time, we feel like he's more than just a three-point shooter. And so I think he's doing a really good job of finding balance, attacking the basket, slashing, and shooting the three ball. Tonight he just did a good job of knocking shots down, but we feel like he can do more when he's attacking the basket with the ball and without the ball for offensive rebounds. I think that's going to open up his three-point shot even more.
And on the defensive end, I noticed him spending some possessions on CJ, and normally that's a guy that Mikal would be on.
Yeah.
But how much does that help when you're able to spell?
It's huge. Yeah, it's huge. It allows for Mikal to not expend as much energy. And it gives us a different look, a different physicality. Torrey's a much more physical defender than Mikal is. Mikal can be physical, but his is mostly quicks and length and deflections. Torrey plays more of a 90s style defense where he's getting into your body, riding you over screens, and he's putting his hands on you the whole time with a purpose.
At one point, start off with this, and then the third one, the first 6 points, just making shots. Are you seizing the moment right there? Like, you know what, we can hold this third strong and take these shots, or they just happen?
Really just working on controlling the game. There's been a few games this year, especially with Chris out, where, we've managed the end of quarters poorly. So we had a timeout right before, the 6 points. And, more importantly than making the shot with 33 seconds left, just making sure you're taking the shot with 33 seconds, playing the possession game. So, it was an emphasis for us in film. And, Coach showed some examples where we did it poorly. And, we just been stressing on finishing quarters the right way.
Now that I see you, it was your mouth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, please don't do me that.
What was that, just CJ going up for?
Yeah, it's nothing dirty. Just an unfortunate play. I hate getting hit in the mouth. But it is what it is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are, I think, 26 on the record. I think that was the case from last year, if I'm not mistaken.
We just come together, man. It's fun to be a part of, and even doing our whole pregame, situation. I say routine, but there's so much to it. It's more than a routine. It gets us hyped, man. I think everybody versus us just taking that approach to it, and just enjoying the road games, enjoying being the bearer of bad news coming through here. I think it's something that we definitely own.
Curious in terms of just the 18 threes. Coach talked about you and the guys playing in 45, but that leading to that. What would you say was working as far as getting the number 3, not only number 3 attempts, but the 3 makes as well?
Yeah, just getting high quality shots. Trying to use their defense to get them. They want to play aggressive and, play out beyond the 3-point line. We get by our men and, make plays for each other. So, just a selfless team, good to great passes. So we work on daily.
Talk with Willie, and we asked about you. And I was just curious, how much did his influence lead to you making the improvements as a defensive player?
A lot. Willie, was the one handling the defense first last year. So, we miss him in that regard, but, we definitely laid a foundation here that, is here to stay, for a long time. And, you see a lot of similarities when we play against them. You hear out the calls that we call, and same thing on offense. But, that's what we pride ourselves on is just defending multiple positions and, just holding teams, under an efficient percentage.
Willie also spoke highly of you, talking about your just the connection that you have with him. Did you, since, I mean, I'm asking this way. How strong is the bond?
Very strong. You know, it's a lifelong thing. You know, I know his family. You know, I know his son Mason, just an incredible golfer. But you know, we spent real quality time. We spent time on the court together, and you know, I wish it was longer. You know, I'm excited for him and happy for him what he's doing here. You know, from where that team started this year to seeing them get better and develop each game in and each game out is very impressive. And you know, it doesn't surprise me because he's an easy person to trust, and I'm sure their players feel the same way.
Cat, 60.
It's great.
Yeah, 32.
Yeah,
And 40.
I watched it live. Yeah, it was something special, man. It's something we ain't seen no 7-footer ever do, especially the way he was doing it. Especially that step back corner three, and you know the league is just in incredible hands, man. Kai today doing the same thing. You know this is inspiring, man. It's inspiration to watch. Something that I think everybody shouldn't take for granted and just let slide. And just because people had multiple 50s or multiple 60s, like, nah, man, that's incredible. Efficiently, you know, is the most important part of it. And, you know, it's just incredible week of hoops.
So, and obviously you can score a lot of points too, but how do you take or look at 27 points in just 30 minutes and get much time off before you have to?
Oh yeah, that's the business I'm in. Yeah, that's the business I am, man. We're winning games. You know, I've had moments like that where I scored in bunches, but you know, I trust everybody 1 through 15 on this team, and you know, teams try chunk defenses to take it away, and you know, we just make the right play and win basketball games.
Finish with Kellen Olson on Zoom.
Hey, Book, this is another one where you guys were able to beat the team that had just beaten you prior in the last meeting. Can you speak on the mindset that you guys have when you see a team next up on the schedule and trying to get one back on them?
You know, we owe them. You know, that's exactly what we say amongst each other is we owe them, especially the way they came on our home court and did us bad. There's a lot of talented players over there, you know, really talented group, but, you know, we wanted this one bad.
Thanks, Book.
Appreciate it.
Initially, the 18 threes, like later that now you got to make shots.
Yeah, just sharing the ball. The guys just sitting down here just gets a lot of attention, and for him to still score and also keep finding everybody is just unbelievable. And we're just being ready. Him, his campaign, you know, the guys that handle the ball a lot, we're just waiting, man, and just moving off them, and they always gonna find us, and we just play the right way. Mm-hmm. For sure, gotta get it back. You know, they beat us bad at home, so we had to come here and we had to get our dub back. Unbelievable. I told him, you know, he's the one that pushed that lead in the fourth, and we needed that. You know, we didn't want them to come out and make a run. And he just took over that whole fourth quarter from start and just pushed the lead. And, you know, we got back-to-back tomorrow. So that was just, I kept telling him on the bench, I probably told him like 10 times while we sat there. So I really thought about like, thank you. Like I was really thankful for him for that. And, you know, like I said, we're going to need him. And he's, you know, he's talented enough to do this all the time.
Coach was saying that you and him had a talk and he was just explaining how meaningful was that conversation?
It's extremely meaningful, man. It's always meaningful when a head coach of a winning team is inspired or putting that energy in you and telling you how good you are and how you help the team. I just come out here every day and just try to support my brothers, try to rebound, put pressure on the rim, protect the rim, and just try to be the most. I feel like I am the most efficient player in the league right now. And I just try to bring that passion every night. I try to get my guys going, and that's all I do.
This team overall, you've obviously been on championship teams. the 26-6 on the road, best road record in the league. What has led to that?
Camaraderie, man. We ride for each other. We do everything together. We go to dinner. We communicate. There's no bad blood between not one person on our team. There's no egos on this team. We just locked in, and we know everybody's role. We know everybody's what the goal is and the end goal. And the end goal here is to win an NBA championship. And I'm just passionate, excited, and it's the same. You can see the same passion and excitement in everybody's eyes 1 through 15.
Out, how big was that? Probably last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Third and the first 4.
Yeah, Book just took over in that end of that third. You know, a lot of buckets. You know, that 3 at the end. You know, getting that good cushion, and like I said, Vale just took over and dominated that fourth. Put the game away, and we needed that bad. And you know, those two guys just took over. And, I'm happy for it.
You won on the disparity on points off turnovers that went in your favor so big. What do you think helped to cause that tonight?
Just helping each other out. I think it's not gonna be perfect, our game plan and us guarding, guys are talented. So one guy get beat or somebody does something, just the next guy helping the other guy out. And that's what makes us a really good team. We're not always perfect, but somebody's gonna step up and help your teammate out, your brother. And that's what we did.
The ability to just really punish them directly. Every time they made a mistake, you seem just go right down the score. Is that kind of the strength of the way you guys play, you think?
Yeah, for sure. We just try to take advantage of our opportunities, getting us extra possessions. And we just transition stuff. We always look for each other, and that shows how close we are off the court, because we all want the other guy to score. I remember I took a layup and got fouled, but I really wanted Craig to get the dunk, but I couldn't get it to him. So it's just all of us had that mindset, always want the other guy to score.
Finish with Christos Saltos from Greece.
Hello, guys. Congratulations on the win. Great game, first of all. Question for both of you. Those type of games, those type of wins, how beneficial for you are about the progress and the growth that you would like to show for the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, we need these dubs, especially on the road, especially a hungry team. Pelicans really well coached by Willie G. The crowd was into it, and they need these wins, and it's gonna help us in the playoffs, because wherever you're at, everybody's gonna want to win. And I think this is helping us, especially being on the road. It's always tough to win on the road, but I think we've done a great job so far this year, and that's just going to help us when we get to the playoffs.
I definitely think these moments at the end of the season, it'll be easy to just, we got the #1 spot and whatever, we can relax. But championship teams, especially the ones that I've been on, I've seen those last 15, 14 games when you're really ramping it up for the playoffs, to get your mind right, to get physically right, to get on court mind right, just ready for that playoff mentality and really locking in and doing what we need to do. We missing Cam, we missing Chris, but it's no drop off because 1 through 15 is locked in. And I think once Chris comes back, once Cam comes back right before those playoffs, it's going to be even better. We're not even playing our best basketball right now.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.